Recording. Yay!
Hello.
Pip.
Peep.
Thank you, Ron.
Thank you, cats.
Well, I'm going to Houston tomorrow morning
I know.
for a week. But
Can you tell us what you're doing in Houston?
I'm working for this small publishing company, which I've been working for like 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to have a small event, so I'm just
What kind of event?
It's a energy related event.
Energy, like oil?
Yeah.
What about the oil spill in the coast of Louisiana?
I don't know.
What do you
happened.
mean you don't know? It's a big news story today.
Oh, really?
Yesterday.
Because I was. Oh, by the way, I just renewed yokosonews.com. If you could log into Japanex too. If you log on to japanex.org and yokosonews.com, I just work all day without watching news.
Okay.
So that's my
And
excuse.
the website looks very good.
Thank you very much. So I use the software called Concrete 5, which I'm developing a Japanese version with a
From
bunch
what I
of
can
people.
tell, it's like WordPress but simpler to use.
No, it's not WordPress. WordPress, it's a blogging or tool.
It's not just a blogging tool.
Well, it's mainly made for blogging.
It was
Yeah.
originally, but it's open source and they've done all sorts of stuff.
Yeah,
to it.
many news site uses WordPress too. I'm still thinking about using WordPress for some of the site that I'm going to use.
I use WordPress.
Yeah, sheddinghistory.com uses WordPress. It's cool site, and then but I mean I was trying to it goes back to 2 years ago when I was trying to I'm originally using the software called Joomla, Joomla. That's actually when I first went into open source software world. That's when the actual entertainmenttoday.net.
That's what it's on?
That's actually running on Joomla.
What
right
was
now.
that website running on before you did it?
Nothing.
It was just like a piece together.
Well, they used to be just a print publication, so they didn't really care about running a website much.
I see.
So when I jumped on like 4 years ago, then I
You put it on
install.
Joomla.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of, for Entertainment Today, you use pictures, right?
Yeah.
So what kind of licensing do you use when you use
Well,
pictures?
we use the publicity photos.
Right, so that's, you can use those.
Then also writer take a picture by themselves.
Okay.
So it's all, we all clear our licenses to use on the photos.
Now, what if you want to use an image that you can't find that you don't have permission to use?
Then we don't use it.
What if you really need an image?
We just don't use. That's the policy of the on the contents.
Now, what about on Yokoso News?
Well, that's what we have to discuss. But I really wanna stick to legality of the contents. So like I know there are so many Japanese website, English website about Japan use uploading some pictures or uploading some video onto YouTube without getting proper permit.
Well, there's one question I want to ask about YouTube.
Yeah.
Now, and images. So let's say you want to do a story on a really big superstar, and they're inaccessible. You can't take an image yourself. You can't use an already existing image because there's a licensing fee to that. Is it okay for you to take a YouTube video, freeze frame it, take a screenshot of that image, and then use it on your website, or is that illegal as well?
Well, first of all, if it's YouTube, you can embed the YouTube.
But I'm not talking about a video, just an image, if you need an image.
Then no, I won't.
That is a practice that we used at my former job.
Oh.
But they did a lot of things that weren't strictly legal, so I was just curious about whether or not that was okay or not.
Well, as long as you have a proper permission to use, then it's okay. but it's still copyright. It's copyright.
Right.
So if like for example, when you notice the Yokoso News japanx.org website, I actually place the Creative Commons license mark every single page at the bottom of the page. So
So can you explain what Creative Commons is and what it means to use it?
okay, so Creative Commons license is pretty much you can license your copyright work to use whatever under the certain category of the Creative Commons license.
Right. So if I took, and by the way, my understanding is every image you upload to Flickr is de facto Creative Commons, right?
No, you can set to copyright.
Okay.
My account is set to copyright too. So
But if you don't do that, then every image you upload is a Creative Commons image, right?
well, I signed up Flickr like when they started it.
Yeah.
So I think they were 4 or 5 years ago when I signed up. It was copyright. So
Okay.
I don't know if you sign up a new account right now. I don't know if it's a new license or not. If it's
I
set
think
to default set to Creative Commons.
My impression was that. I could be wrong. But
Okay.
anyway,
But
if you have images and you put them up on Flickr and you don't know what your licensing is, it could be that you have you just automatically put Creative Commons on these pictures that you take. What does that mean? Can anybody take your pictures and use them without paying you?
yes, if it's Creative Commons license, there's a couple type of the Creative Commons license. Display is you must display the credit of your author, and share alike is that you cannot really alter the contents, or you could translate the contents, but you really have to stick to the original. You are not really supposed to edit
So
the
what
original.
what does translate the contents mean?
Translate.
Well, what does that mean?
Like I write the Japanese article,
you mean
and
the
then
words.
then you can translate to the English or something.
I see.
That's the share alike.
Okay.
And then non-commercial. So if you could use it for non-profit purpose, but you cannot use it for commercial purpose. Like you cannot sell
Right.
the content. So Yokoso News is I don't know. I have
Non-profit?
to check. Yeah, and I I have to check yokosonews.com. Access into yokosonews.com.
I really like this, the way you have an image in this and it's like stacked like that.
Oh, thank you.
Like that's what I want my thing to look like.
Yeah, there's a plugin like that. So I
Can you
have
show me how to do that?
sure. Creative Commons attribution, non-commercial, share alike.
He's totally wearing a wig.
Well, don't say it. I don't know. I don't think so. I saw him, but he's a comedian anyway. Anyway, looking at the picture of Mr. Ram Kanda, we did the interview.
You know,
so.
Ato Neja's son was in my class when I went to school in Japan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was a weird guy.
Oh, okay. Well, I won't really say that much. We are just talking about the copyright today. So when you take a look at my yokosonews.com and you scroll down at the bottom, you see
Creative Commons.
Creative
in the
Commons
footer.
mark, and then you see in the icon by NC and SA. So Creative Commons attribution, non-commercial, share alike, 2.1 Japan license. Because I'm going to, even though I'm in LA right now, I'm
You're
going
based in
to
Japan.
be based in Japan. So I use the Creative Commons Japan license. They are going to update to 3.0.
Look at you under the cherry
future.
blossom.
Yep, I took it like about 2 weeks ago.
It looks cold.
It was cold that night. When we shot the cherry blossom. I have to edit the video too. I shot some introductory video for Yokoso News too. But anyway, going back to the Creative Commons licensing. So there's tons of way. If you just have a Creative Commons license, a Creative Commons license is you don't. It's not public domain. You can still claim if your work, if you declare your work as a public domain,
Yeah.
you cannot you lose. It's pretty much like you lose everything.
You're just sharing everything.
Yeah,
You're
everything.
saying everything that I create
Yeah.
is not for profit and
Yeah.
it's there for everybody to share and
Yeah,
use.
yeah. Then, but you actually, public domain is really unique concept of the U.S.
Really?
We don't have in Japan. They don't have public domain.
Okay.
Under the law, every copyright material
Has an owner.
Yeah. And then
Now, I have a question about
Yeah.
that. So, in the internet age, it's sort of, there's been a lot of sort of things backlash against it, but everything was up for grabs. You can make a screenshot of anything you want. You can embed anything you want. You can link anything you want. You can rip anything you want. And Perez Hilton was actually a big sort of trailblazer in this because he stole all these photos of celebrities and then he got sued by Splash, the photo agency, and then he had to concede and then pay him lots of money, I think. So even though in the last few years there's been lines drawn about this and there's been like a lot of etiquette that has been learned where you have to like attribute ownership, link back, all this stuff. It's still pretty much free reign because there's no way that anybody could possibly trace everything that is going on the internet.
yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's true too. But still, it's kind of gray zone. You don't.
Totally gray zone.
Yeah, you don't want to leave it gray zone. So,
Why?
Huh? Well,
Don't
I mean,
you think that the internet has been all about the gray zone? And
Yes.
that's where all this like good and horrible stuff has happened?
Yes. That's why all the mass media hate internet.
Yes.
Yes.
I kind of like the idea of the gray zone.
Yeah, true.
I kind of like the idea that you can experiment as you go, like what we're doing right now.
Yeah, but still, I'm not. We are not really making a political statement. We are not really.
Everything is politics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but.
Here, have some food.
Thank you. But still, it's better to set, and also like, first of all, you don't want to get sued.
Right.
So you want to create the rules from the beginning.
To protect yourself.
Yeah,
As well as
that's-
other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also like, for example, from now on, all my work, all this video becomes Creative Commons. So and I share.
Creative Commons didn't exist a few years ago, did it?
I don't know, when did it come?
start to exist?
I have to do research on that.
Todd, can you look it up? Stop playing solitaire.
But yeah, I could. Hey, Taka? Can you find out when the Creative Commons started? Creative Commons.
Creative Commons.
Yeah, Creative Commons.
Look it up on Wikipedia.
Yeah. Search on the.
Connect internet with.
Oh, it's a Wi-Fi.
It's
Yeah.
the green pea. Or it's the green pea.
And you need to write down the password.
Well, yeah.
But no, I can look up that.
It's
I mean,
it's Ben and Ann with an E is the password.
Well, you just broadcast it.
I don't care.
Okay.
Like it's like nobody knows where I live.
Oh, Anne's address is.
Well, I'm not gonna be living here for that much longer.
Okay. Well.
Oh,
Korean.
you have a computer right in front of you.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't wanna lose the stream connection. Creative Commons.
Founded 2001,
2001.
so it was quite a while ago.
Yeah.
Headquartered in San Francisco.
Yeah.
It's a nonprofit organization devoted to expanding the range of creative works available for others to build upon legally and to share. The organization has released several copyright licenses known as Creative Commons licenses for free to the public. These licenses allow creators to communicate which rights they reserve, which rights they waive for the benefit of recipients or other creators. So we're reading Wikipedia right now online on the air.
Yeah.
Are we violating copyright laws by
Nope.
doing that?
Nope.
Why?
Because Wikipedia itself is, I think Wikipedia itself is
It's
Creative
not owned by
Commons.
anybody. It's not owned. It's everybody's. Wikipedia is everybody's. We all own Wikipedia, right?
Yeah,
It's
but
not
all the work under Wikipedia is licensed under attribution share-like license.
Because you and I can just go on and change anything, build anything,
Yeah, too.
delete anything.
Yeah, but we are using the sources of Wikipedia right now. That means we are using the source. Then it's all legal talk that I.
See, I don't know very much about this.
Yeah.
I use it. I do some stuff with it, but I don't.
So according to Wikipedia, if you want to use any sources of the Wikipedia, you have to attribute it.
Link back.
Yeah, you don't really have to link back. You just have to mention that you got this information from Wikipedia.
What if you don't mention it, but you do link back?
What do you mean link back?
Like if I'm writing a blog post and like I say something that I got from Wikipedia, and instead of saying I got this from Wikipedia, I take that sentence that I wrote and make it a link back to Wikipedia.
Yeah, that's pretty much attribution, but it's graded on though.
Well, I don't think you know what you're talking about either.
What? Well, but you still link it back to the Wikipedia
Right.
article, right?
Yeah.
From the sentence that you got from.
I mean, all you have to do is like read the New York Times, which is, you know, usually the sort of standard for, you know, the safe way that people are doing things. You know,
Yeah.
it's like once the New York Times starts to do it, it's sort of, you know, it becomes not experimental. It becomes the way things are done, right?
Yeah, it's like how Japanese, like we talked in Japanese this last Monday, how Japanese newspapers start talking about Twitter and everybody
It's the
start
standard.
using
Yeah, it's like
Twitter.
now it's allowed.
Yeah,
The floodgates have opened. So the New York Times, they don't actually, because there was a time way back in ancient history when I first started writing, when if you take a piece of information from somewhere, you'd say, because they're, you know, everything was designed for print. You're like, there's a way that you attribute it. You know, say from the New York Times article, blah blah blah. You don't even have to say that anymore. All you have to do is link back. All you have to do is link back. You don't have to say this. You don't have to warn anybody. This link is from XYZ. You just make that statement and link.
yeah,
It's very different times now.
yeah. I'm still
Getting used to it.
I'm still working for print publication, and then sometime I just wanna copy and paste the text
Yeah.
from the web to the print. So I'm lazy ass. I just I don't have to add the URL every time. So I make sure to, and also when you email plain text, it's not non-HTML email. You need to write down the URL because it
Right.
won't be linked, hyperlinked.
Yeah.
So,
that's so old-fashioned.
Well, still.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, some Japanese Mixi don't let you to hyperlink.
You know, I tried to use Mixi, but I never really worked out for me.
But anyway, so that's you know, that's being really common about people start using the Creative Commons license,
Yeah.
and then also many blog start using Creative Commons
Now,
license.
let's talk about people like me, or you know, I don't know if Taka has a blog, but we have our own personal blog. You know, we just do things. We sometimes take screenshots of images we're not allowed to use. I never do that. Or you know, like, you know, take quotes from somewhere, or you know, you want to, like, you know, talk about you just want to refer, you do one whole blog post about an article that someone wrote. I can't remember what I was going to ask about this. Never
About
mind.
you writing a blog and use somebody else.
Yeah.
About
but
the license in your blog?
Yeah. My question is, should we be concerned about the legality of what we're doing?
Well, if it's the person, to be honest with you, I think, well, actually, this goes back to student film. When I was making student film, and then we discussed about this.
But
Like,
this was I mean, in all honesty, you're not that old, but when you were making student film, it was a little bit before all this stuff.
yeah, but still, like, you still want to use your project, student film project.
Oh, like you
some
want to
of
use
the
it now?
license. Yeah, what?
You want to use it now? Like
No,
you
no,
wanna
no, 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 no. When I was making student film
Right,
back
right,
in the
right.
time,
Right.
sometimes
Way
you want
back in
to,
the
yeah,
day.
sometimes you want to use the like famous artist music without
Right.
asking them to use it.
Yeah.
Then
That's the gray zone.
yeah, great on.
Because who's going to see that?
Yeah, then no, but so one of the things that the teacher, one of the teacher explained to, not teacher, somebody, well, explained to us was that in order to prove that if plaintiff, that's usually copyright holder of the artist, musician, in order to prove the loss of, you kind of have to prove that if you lose something, by this student use the music.
Right. So if you make this thing and it cost you money to make this movie and no one ever made money out of this thing, then you're
Yeah.
actually in the court of law.
Yeah.
You're fine. But if for some
And
reason
not only the court of law, but also the money you have to pay for the lawyer.
you don't have to pay for anything because it's actually legal. It's legal as long as you don't profit from it. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Oh.
No. It's no. So it's still
We need a
illegal.
lawyer here.
Nah, I guess so.
But whatever, we're just talking.
Yeah. We'll get lawyer when I have enough
Once
finance.
we get
to-
drunk enough, everything's legal.
Yeah. But when student film uses the major artist's music,
Yeah.
and it's great. You cannot. Well, it's completely illegal to be honest.
Okay.
But
Not even a gray zone.
no,
It's
because
black.
yeah, it's black, completely
Or
black.
white.
Yeah, but because lawsuit costs money.
Yeah.
And usually, under the regular practice, lawyer, music company don't bother to sue the student
Right.
because of the cost
I mean,
of the
why would
lawyer.
they?
Yeah,
Really, why would
cost
they?
of the lawyer, and then you won't. Even though you will win, for sure, but you cannot prove you didn't lose any. You might not lose anything because
Right.
you only show it to like 30 people.
So if
Within the
the only time it'll become a problem is if for some crazy reason your student film became a massive hit,
yeah
then they're gonna come after you.
yeah
Yeah.
but so you still want a license,
So if you're
proper license
if
to
you're an
your music
insignificant-
no matter what.
If you're an insignificant shit with not a big following like me, then I can rip off anybody I want to because it's not going to be profitable for anybody.
Yeah,
So, you better hope your blog is really unsuccessful because then you can get away with anything.
but that's not the case for Yokoso News. I want
Right.
everybody to see
So
my
Yokoso
blog.
News
Yokoso News.
is going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful
Yeah.
and do your research.
Yeah.
And are there any instances where copyright rules in in America and in Japan conflict? You're going to have to do some research on this.
What do you mean conflict?
For instance, something's legal in America but illegal in Japan in terms of copyright.
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, first of all, not really. I mean, we have what you call the treaty. Our country both signed the treaty, international treaty. So I don't think there's so much anything that cross. I know the public domain doesn't work in Japan because in the U.S. you can completely.
So how do you figure all those Japanese pop songs that are American pop songs but with Japanese lyrics on them? Like ah chi chi no chi. Why do they do that? Did Ricky Martin get hella money?
I'm sure he
Are
got
you
less.
sure?
I don't
Because,
know.
like, maybe nobody noticed it in America or where or Puerto Rico.
Well, I'm
And
not
what's
in the
up
music.
with Zuto to be?
I don't know. well, that's like, but those are the parody though, you know.
I know, but
But
didn't
here
they,
in the U.S. has the same kind of people.
well, they had the monkeys.
Yeah, but I mean, but anyway, so Yokoso News, going back to the talk of the Yokoso News.
Yes.
Because I use the software called Concrete 5, which is
Yes.
open source. Open source software started it like in 1980. The software license called GPL. The software that you can distribute it free, you can modify the software for free, then you have to redistribute the software for free. And that's
You can't profit from it.
no, you cannot profit from
Right.
But actually, you could earn the money from consultation or some other way.
But it can't be directly from the image,
No.
like selling the image.
In
Right?
the software, this
Okay.
software.
Now, what do you think about? There's been a lot of talk. Jérôme Lanier, you know Jérôme Lanier? He's awesome. He's a theorist.
Okay, I don't know, but
He's written a lot about. First, he was a champion of the internet.
okay.
You know, way back in the day, he was like, "This shit is so awesome. It's gonna make like everybody so creative and have the world at our fingertips." And now, he is really, really appalled at the state of things right now. So there's because everything's for free, because everybody expects everything for free, because everything is too accessible. It is making it impossible for anybody to produce work and make a living out of it. And so now more than ever, we are indebted to advertising. We are indebted to, we're not, and the pace of it is so fast that we can't be creative and original. We're constantly referencing ourselves or other people, or, you know. And so we're living in an age of nostalgia, and the internet's like fucking everything up because it's free. What do you think about? Do you agree with that? Do you think there's something to be said about actually like not having everything at your fingertips, not distributing things for free, making things cost money?
Well, that's why I'm suggesting this model that I'm asking, public broadcasting model. You ask for the donation, and well, not only simple donation, we actually add some French benefit to it.
What's that?
Like 2 weeks ago when we talked about, I asked for a company or to provide the product or services, donate their product service to us, and we'll sell it, and that's going to be directly for our company. Yokoso News Japan X budget.
Well, this is actually a really big debate amongst many media organizations, not just the little ones like ours, but the major ones.
Yeah.
How do you monetize this medium
And then
in a long-term sustainable way?
And I think Wall Street Journal and Nikkei Shimbun has a better way of doing it, because they just convert, like Financial Times or Wall Street Journal, they just converted their website to paid subscription.
There's a paywall to it now.
But it kind of works because you need the information.
So you have to have information.
You need to have
We
a.
don't have any viewers.
Yeah, I know, it's okay. Well, we're recording the video anyway.
Yeah.
So we are.
Should I tweet this?
Yeah, go ahead. So we have a what's it called?
What's the URL?
It's you could log into here, but anyway.
Can I log into here to make it easier?
No, just anyway, it's okay. We're recording the video anyway. So when it go back to Wall Street Journal, Financial Times, and Nikkei, which is Japanese economic company, right.
Or just say like we're having a sexy fun time, and then everybody will come in.
Well, I don't want to scare Ben,
What? Ben's not gonna be scared. Are you crazy?
but
Are you following his Twitter?
yeah, I am. So when it come back to the Financial Times, Wall Street Journal, those are economical information. What you call stock, the investor needs those
So
information.
here's the thing: you have to have content that is so unique,
Yeah,
so original, and so important. And maybe you have to actually give it away for free for a while, like a drug dealer. The first batch is always free until they get hooked, and then you start charging money.
yeah. I mean, I'm kind of doing the similar stuff right now. First 1 year, I'm going to give away all the resources for free. in a
Don't
way.
give away all your secrets.
Yeah, I'm not. But
Okay.
I'm not. But I'm providing these contents for free.
Right.
But also at the same time, I'm asking people to help me to contribute
Well,
articles.
a lot of people do have the donate button on
Yeah.
their website, like
Yeah.
China Hush, one of my favorite websites. But
Nobody really donates.
how much money can you really make? If you're one person, running a blog, it might be okay. But if you're trying to run a company, that model doesn't work.
No. And then you will have to spend 4-5 hours a day to write the contents every day to get the viewer too. So which
Well, yeah,
pretty much
that's what every successful blogger
Yeah.
does. At least.
Then but that's why I came into the social media so that everybody can join and then contribute the stuff. Then also the viewer.
You'll still have to work the same amount of hours.
Yeah, I do. And then I'm asking people. Then so in order to share that, then I want to make sure to make sure the licensing of everybody's work when people contribute to us. So that's why from my experience with developing open source software and how I've been working on the internet to
So you know how to build a community.
Yeah.
You know all about social media.
Yeah.
So you're bringing that spin on things. Plus, you utilized the Japan Tourist Board's slogan.
yeah.
So people might actually think that you are associated with them. Very smart move.
The domain was available. So
Hey, dude, they're stupid for not getting that.
Yeah.
domain.
yeah. And Yokoso.com is the Japanese free paper company in Vegas.
Really?
Yeah, Yokoso.com. I tried to get the Yokoso.com, and then
It's already
it's owned.
taken.
Yeah, it's owned by the Japanese free paper company in Vegas.
That's random.
Yeah, but Yokoso is so common name anyway. So
Seriously, you'd think that Yoko's news would be taken. Well, it is now.
yeah, it's now. Yeah, I have it. But so I have I start make so first month I came here LA to cover the event, Japan Film Festival. I did the actor, Dadamore stuff. Hey, I want to kind of spread the word of Dadamore
Okay.
in English.
All right. Like you want to make that an English
Yeah.
word?
Yeah,
But it's kind of a difficult word in English, dadamore.
Dadamore.
Because it's got the E at the end of it, so
Uh-huh.
everyone's going to think it says
More.
dadamore.
Yeah, it could be Dadamore. We could say Dadamore.
Dadamore? Okay.
Yeah.
Like my mom's name is Yoshie,
Uh-huh.
and everybody always calls her Yoshi
Uh-huh.
because of the IE.
Yeah.
She just doesn't, she just give up.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, okay, I'm Yoshi.
Yeah. But anyway, so Dadamore is and
Dadamore?
Dadamore.
What's dadamore.com?
I don't know.
Check it out.
We'll see.
Maybe you can buy that.
No, it's okay. We are not talking. I mean, I don't want to spread too much feet. And then Dadamore started from somebody else, so I respect that. So,
Okay.
yeah, but So coming back to the copyright, so I want to make sure that my work is also Creative Commons license, so everybody can use it, link it. Then because what's the deal of keeping your if I make a motion picture movie or like you do art, your art, you kind of want to keep your art or my film.
I don't care if anybody like takes a picture of my stuff and then sends it around. But if I sell the original, I want to sell it for a significant amount of money.
Yeah. But what if people are taking picture of your work and selling it?
That's fine.
It's fine?
That's fine.
Okay.
Because a lot of people, that's fine. If they take a picture of my work and sell it, that's fine. But I know that people would want, let's say I become really successful, and I haven't really been working a lot, so I don't think I will. But if I became really successful, I don't care if somebody takes a picture of my work and sells it. Because if I'm successful enough, people would want the prints that I make and sign, you know what I mean? The stuff that I produce. Because that's what an artist is. It's like they have an aura.
Yeah.
There's a lot of theory about this. An artist has an aura, and the work that they touch is more valuable than something that someone else, copies your work and does. So I don't care.
Okay.
That could actually raise your profile. When people start ripping you off, you're successful. So I don't sweat about that.
Okay.
And in the internet era, we have to live with that kind of thing. And then, like on Twitter, when someone retweets your shit, you're like, whoa, yay, that's awesome, You're not like, oh, you fucking took my stuff. No. You don't think that way anymore.
But retweet is legal attribution, though. You credit your work.
Yeah.
So you know who you are.
But if I did a blog post and somebody didn't say, acknowledge my Twitter handle, but they linked to my blog post,
yeah, then
that's
you
the
link.
same thing.
Yeah, you link. But what I'm talking about, somebody take your work.
That is a way of
own.
linking back to me.
Yeah.
Because they're like, this work of art is awesome.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
As long as someone doesn't say I did it, that's fine. Whether it's implied or clear, like as in they said it clearly.
Yeah.
As long as it's no one else taking the credit for it, hey, I'm fucking happy.
But in a way, by displaying this Creative Commons license, somebody, there are some people out there that take your work. I mean, without any
you can't
like
stop
guilt.
That in this
Yeah.
day
Then
and age.
without the guilt of they're innocent, but they take your work and post it on somebody else's blog, and then they.
But what does that cost you?
Nothing.
You don't lose anything. Because you can't just like rip something off and then like post it on your blog.
Yeah.
The internet is a big community of, like in the medieval times you had those like crazy mobs with torches, and they're like, they'd go after somebody and burn them at the stake. The internet is like that. Everybody's a fucking crazy mob, If some nobody took, Perez Hilton's words and then, put them all on my blog and passed them off as my own, you bet your ass people are going to come after me, And I will never have the following and the number of hits that Perez Hilton has. It's like, in some ways, it's an ecosystem that balances itself out. In a lot of ways, it doesn't. But in terms of attribution, in terms of people being connected to the work that they produce, and then people knowing what it is, and people calling you out when you screw people over, there's just, in a certain extent, that's, the internet polices itself.
Yeah.
The laws might be unfair and weird and crazy, but it still does police itself.
Yeah. But I mean, people, the website which has good practice always put their copyright notice to make sure that, so it's always good to have a basic rule. even though you could just do it without displaying what's the license and your work is, and then especially among the social media, some people don't care, but some people do care. When you contribute
in
to
social
the media.
it's impossible to rip someone off in a lot of ways unless you just copy and paste their work, because you're like, hey, this is a cool article, and you just link to it.
Yeah, I mean, linking is okay.
Yeah,
linking
that's
is
the way.
okay.
That's the way we all do it.
Yeah.
We don't say, hey, this article was cool and I wrote it myself, and then you take the time to copy and paste, and nobody does that. Everybody just links back, links back. So in a way, the traffic takes care of itself,
But like, for example, I just you're right, Taka. I just talked to I just found a fashion writer for Yokoso News, and she's working on the 2010 trend, a summer trend of the Tokyo fashion right now.
Okay.
But it comes to the point when she wanted to use some of the picture of this new product, and I told her that right now
She can use it if it's promotional photos.
Yeah. But but when we really gonna post it, we want to make sure to call the company that if we can use the picture. And the reason why we do it, not only for the copyright stuff, but also it's good for them to know that we are promoting their product too.
Yeah, because then you get more attention.
Yeah. So it's win-win situation. By attribution itself, it's actually really win-win situation. Link back.
Because they become aware of you, and they bring you traffic.
Yeah. So anything that you can link back, it's fine. But for example, if you want to use the picture of the certain site, certain product, you are going to copy it onto your blog to show it. But in order to do so, then you kind of have to. That's actually come to the problem, huh?
What?
Because I decided to license. Oh, it's non-commercial anyway, so I kind of have to make sure they know it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like when I ask a company to provide their picture to us, and all the work on our website become Creative Commons. But but if the company doesn't want that, but as long as that's why we said non-commercial anyway, not Creative Commons non-commercial.
Okay.
So I hope
That's another gray zone.
Yeah. But that's why we have to call the company and make sure they know that we are releasing the article as a Creative Commons license. So that's good. Good. I find out that right now. So because we are social media and everybody contribute the work, and then it becomes the kind of public domain of everybody.
So Facebook is social media, but apparently everything that you put on Facebook, they own.
Yeah.
That's not Creative Commons. So a lot of people put stuff on there that's not that they don't own the copyright for. So what? Facebook all of a sudden owns the copyright of that? How does that work?
Well, it doesn't make sense.
It really doesn't.
Well, I don't. I'm using Facebook, but I'm not running Facebook, so I don't really care. So let them worry about the copyright.
They totally invade your privacy now too with the new updates.
Yeah, but you can choose. That's why you choose to update stuff. I mean, it's like the same thing with the Ustream too. Like for example, last night, 2 nights ago, I had my friend's birthday. So and you came too, and I was Ustreaming because
the cake was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Did you bring the cake?
No.
Who brought the cake?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
It was good.
Well, I was really into Ustreaming anyway. That night.
You were too busy Ustreaming.
Well, because I wanted to. We have this small coffee shop that you and I met.
Yeah, the cafe
balcony, and we have people from all over the world, especially the exchange students, like including me. And we used to hang out, and some of them went back to Japan, Taiwan, Europe. So and I wanted to. It was a birthday of the owner of the coffee shop.
Yeah, Rei Sato.
Yeah, I wanted to share that celebration with the people who already went back to their country, which happened to Taiwanese friend
Yeah.
in Taiwan happened to watch because it was during the lunch break. So they tweeted, they called us, or they text message us that they are watching it, so we could enjoy the celebration. But because we are using the Ustream, a free service that anonymous people can watch, although we only had like 3-4 viewers,
So it's
constant
possible
viewers,
that some weirdos you didn't know were
we're
watching.
watching it, and you could
accept
say
that.
you could say that's invasion of the privacy, but for certain
It's
people
not
who attend
invasion of the privacy if you know what's going on.
so
And are okay with it.
and then you decide to put that information out in the world to the public. So as long as you know it,
Right.
as long as
Yeah, but with Facebook, not everybody knows what they're doing.
Yeah,
It's
but-
so surreptitious.
yeah, but technically speaking, you all click agree on under the term of service.
Yeah, but it's very surreptitious.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
surreptitious.
Yeah, we
I'm actually considering leaving Facebook right
okay.
now.
Well, Facebook is good marketing tool, so I can't leave.
I don't know how good it is.
Uh,
Like, I don't see if it's really made a significant difference in anything that I've done.
well, I mean, using the Facebook, I was able to contact a couple people from the Yokosu News. I mean, for the Yokosu News content. So
Well, it's good for like a personal page, you
Mm-hmm.
know, like you meet people and stuff. But I just don't know. I'm not totally convinced.
I'm working for a jazz musician, and then we had voting stuff going on. So I asked a fan of artist to vote.
Has it worked out for you?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we were able to get some people together, and so it worked out great. So I guess it's kind of working.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well,
but-
there's a big community on there, but I don't know. There's part of me that's just like, fuck it, you know?
Well, so it's like you choose to, eventually, whether you post the stuff on the Facebook or not, it's you who decide to post the stuff.
I mean,
Submit,
it's
yeah.
on your blog, it's
Yeah.
on Twitter.
Yeah.
It's on a whole. It's like Facebook is just. It's very powerful.
Yeah.
But it's just one more in your arsenal.
Yeah.
One more thing in your arsenal.
Yeah. And then even though Facebook could own the stuff within the Facebook website, you still own the stuff that's stored on the
your
other
blog.
on the server.
Yeah.
So you could, if Facebook cannot really claim that they own everything, because
You don't know that. You don't know what they're gonna do in the future.
well, the thing is that
that owner is crazy.
well, the thing is that in Japan, that's what I love about Japan too. Under the Japanese copyright law, again, I said there's no public domain, right? So everybody must own the work,
Okay.
and then original author cannot change.
right.
So no matter what you do, for example, there's a thing called work for hire in the US. Even though you do some work for
Work for hire and you're on contract.
contract
Yeah.
in Japan, you are still original author of
That's
the
pretty
content.
cool.
Yeah, so no matter, it's called 著作人格権 in Japanese.
I like that law.
Yeah. So that's also the reason why I stick to Creative Commons Japan license. And that's also the reason why Japanese Creative Commons people are having hard time to make their work in the Creative Commons license wording of the Japan license. So they're having hard time. So because of the change, but that's good for the people who's going to contribute the article for us. And because we are based
Speaking
in
of, China. Let's talk about China for a brief second. They don't really give a shit about ownership of intellectual property. They rip everything off.
you know what?
They were making headlines with the Shanghai Expo because they're obviously ripping off a lot of things.
Yeah, and they're ripping off one of the Japanese musician's song as their theme
And they're
song.
ripping off Gumby,
Excuse me.
but they don't care.
No, they had to care now.
Well, do they?
Yeah.
Case in point, in Shanghai, this giant club opened up called the Obama Entertainment Club, and the logo looks just like the Obama logo, except for instead of the sunrise, there's a pair of sexy legs coming up. It has nothing. The President Obama did not sign off on any of this stuff.
Yeah.
They just don't care.
Yeah, but eventually,
Go to sheddinghistory.com. I wrote a blog about it.
okay, go there. But the thing is that it's kind of same thing in Japan too. You know the reason why DVD. Yeah, but you know the reason why DVD set the region?
Why?
Because I think back in the day, Japanese copyright law has lower length of the lifespan. So movie was
became public domain.
yeah,
sooner.
movie became public domain sooner. So when I think some of the classic, like it's like a Roman holiday or something. I forgot. I read the article about one of the classic Roman holiday, or It Happened One Night or something. The movie, classic movie.
It Happened One Night is way older than Roman
Yeah,
Holiday.
maybe yeah, Roman. But so when Roman holiday became public domain in Japan, many people start selling VHS tape of Japanese version, cheap version, to the U.S. So the Roman holiday, who was the
Audrey Hepburn.
production company? No,
Was it
production.
Paramount? I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. So they lost lots of money. They claim they lost lots of money.
Right.
So that's the reason why
You have the different
they had
region.
to DVD create the region system. Region 1, Region 2, Region 3.
Nobody cares about that anymore because everything's cloud computing.
Yeah,
now.
but Japan, the fact is Japan is the country who was kind of violating the copyright of the US in a way though. Even though it was legal. So it's then nowadays then Japanese people are picky about copyright stuff because back in the day we were just manufacturer of the product. So
Right.
we just a cheap labor shit. But now 20, 30 years after, we now really have to take care of the creative rights, copyrights of the stuff.
Right.
Technique and all stuff. And so I'm sure that China in 20, 30 years, when their
I
labor
doubt
become...
it. I really doubt it. It's so ingrained in the culture.
Well, I mean, because Japan was the same thing though,
Not as bad. No.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm dealing with the reason I'm telling you is because I'm working for a Chinese company and which making money off the trademark in China. So they, because people start making money off the trademark, which is the copyright, then government itself realized that it's money making tool. Then I think
So then they start to lock down.
yeah.
Okay.
So that's anything about it's capitalism. Anything about the money in a way, as long as you realize that you are actually losing money by infringing the copyright, then they realize it. And I see the wave actually coming from China that it's happening because the Shanghai Expo.
Yeah.
Like
I'm gonna go to that.
Yeah, I saw the tweet. Really? Oh, okay. Well,
You
maybe-
saw the twit?
Huh? I saw your tweets with Ben, but it's cool. Let me know how
Are you
it went.
spying on me? This is
No,
creepy.
you tweet to the public and you talked to Ben today. I was watching it, but
You have to follow Friday Ben. He needs more followers.
okay.
I'll follow Friday you tomorrow.
Okay.
Yubikita.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Shanghai Expo. Maya Okamoto's song was copied and used for the Shanghai Expo theme song. Back in the day, like 5 years ago.
Totally ripped him off.
Yeah, like her off.
Her off.
Yeah. Like back in the 5 years ago, you know, in China there were a couple theme park uses all the character. One of it had a Doraemon.
Oh yeah, I
right?
remember that. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, one of it had all the Disney character, right? 5 years ago, they didn't care. Media, U.S. media, Japanese media, all bashed Chinese government, but they didn't do anything. But this one, Shanghai Expo, when they find out about the Maya Okamoto song was ripped off by this Chinese composer, and Chinese composer admitted it, and they actually going to credit and negotiate the license with Maya Okamoto.
Yeah.
So it's
But there was this big deal with the mascot, and it was a Chinese American reporter. I don't know if she's Hapa. She caused a ruckus at the press conference. She's like, "Isn't it true that you ripped off Gumby?" And she like stood up and yelled at the guy, and they were like, "Oh, you need to behave yourself." And it was like headlines everywhere. Like, people are getting mad at them.
yeah.
Yeah.
So because now China is selling the product to the world, and the
They need
U.S.
to do this right because
Yeah.
the world is watching.
Yeah. So in order to sell the Chinese product, I mean, look at the Japanese car stuff, like 80s. We just people going to get mad, and
They are trying to figure out how to be influential and to gain power by doing what America did for many years successfully, but now I don't know if they're successful anymore. But by selling their image and making everybody fall in love with the image and the products.
Yeah.
And then they just relinquish control.
Yeah.
It's like, I love Hollywood. I'll let America invade my country with their products,
Yeah.
China is trying to do that.
Yeah.
But they're off to a bit of a bumpy start, I think.
I mean, everybody has to start from somewhere, though. But I see the change. The important thing is I've started seeing the changes now.
Well, it's called hegemony. You know the word hegemony? It's about, the being able to be in control and have the power over people. It's just basically about the power dynamic, the power structure, and the way it is, and the way you don't question it, sort of. So it's just about gaining a little bit of hegemonic power.
Okay.
China's trying to be the most important country in the world, but they want to make it seem, we want to do it so naturally that we don't even realize.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about marketing. It's all about marketing.
Oh yeah, it is all about marketing.
Yep. But anyway, so I guess I'm gonna wrap up really quick for today.
That was quick.
Well, it's been 1 hour already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we should cut right now. But so we talk about the copyright for Yokoso News. So it's it's like Dada Moore style. So we always didn't really focus on the topic. But what I want to say is that yokosonews.com Japanex project is going to be work under the Creative Commons license, attributed, non-commercial, and share alike, so that even if you contribute the work to us, it will
still dictate how you own the information.
Yes, that's pretty much it. But at the same time, you still want to let people to use your work, as you still want to let spread your work to the people all over the world, because you express, you contribute the article to us, which means you want to share the information that you are going to provide.
Yeah, it's all about it's all about sharing.
Yeah.
In the internet age, it's all about
Yeah,
sharing.
so that's why I chose the license Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, Share Alike 2.1 Japan.
And one day soon we will see exactly what you mean when the proper website is launched.
Yeah, which is about to do today. I mean,
Very excited.
yeah. All right, thank you very much. Today we are here with An King.
Not Ann King, Ann Keen.
An King. I don't speak English well.
It's not Keen.
Keen.
It's not
Ann
King
Keen.
either. It's Keen.
An King from sheddinghistory.com, right?
Katz Ueno from Yokoso News.
Thank
and
you.
Japan X.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you very much, and we will end the weekly broadcasting of Japan X today.
Bye bye.
Thank you.